recording of this, which I'm glad for. Okay, I'll kick it off. My name is Becky, and I have known LaTonya probably since junior high. But she and I recently started working together this spring, started just talking about health. We'd been talking about health back and forth for actually a few years. And at the very end of February, LaTonya decided, okay, I'm going to bite the bullet and try these gut health products that you've talked to me about for forever. And I was so grateful. So the backstory on this is that I'm also from Fort Worth. We had grown up together, like I said, but I think I told my husband, Russ, about 4 years ago, I said, this girl, LaTonya, is someone who I would love to work with someday, because I knew that she had really high integrity. I knew that she actually loved and liked people, which is sometimes a rare find. And I also knew that she had built up a lot of what I call like relationship equity, that people trusted her. She'd spent a lot of time pouring into other people. And we are both Enneagram 2s, so we're both helpers and givers. And I just knew that I wanted to work with her, even though she would get curious and back off and get curious and back off. And I would think, oh my gosh, I'm so afraid of scaring her away. So when LaTonya started using our gut health products at the end of February, I was really excited. And I think I told you how long I'd been praying. I don't want to talk much about us tonight, but just for the backstory for you guys, Russ and I had previously had professional careers in Dallas.
I was a real estate attorney, practicing real estate attorney, and she was a licensed Christian counselor. And we were doing fine in Dallas. Actually, we weren't doing fine. We were trying to keep up. Trying to keep up in Dallas, and we were exhausted. And we were needing some kind of supplemental income because we had debt, we had student debt, we had just medical debt, and we needed something to help. And so when this opportunity presented itself, I didn't even consider it an opportunity until some checks started coming in. And then all of a sudden, this nice little supplemental income now has become our primary sole income, and we're doing better than we were back in Dallas. So it's to say that I'm utterly shocked by what this business has done for us would be an understatement of the year, but we're beyond grateful.
Yeah, so God kind of gave us a ministry of helping families find both health freedom and financial freedom through Plexus. So tonight, I just want you to lay down like any preconceived notions you might have about network marketing. I had to do that, and Russ did as well. And I just want you to listen to the Berries and their heart, the heart behind their story, so that you can get a clear picture of what I think God is up to. And I want to start with you, LaTonya, if you're game for some questions. But first of all, just talk to us about what life was like, both emotionally and physically for you before you started using the products.
Oh, wow. Life was crazy hectic. Physically, I was always tired. I suffered from, and you hear me say past tense, suffered from insomnia that I've had for years, anxiety and depression. And coming off of a full hysterectomy, it was just tough. Physically always drained, digestive issues, aches and pains, lots of swelling in my legs and feet from blood pressure medication. And I was over it. I know I needed to do something different. So in March, I had emergency surgery from a cyst that had ruptured, in part due to diet. And for the past few years, my psychiatrist and my primary care physician, had been talking to me about plant-based eating and gut health. And so, like Becky said, she had been praying for me for a few years by then, and would always send me samples, and just being obedient to what God was telling her to do. And after I got that really stern talking to from the surgeon and my doctor about the need to get healthy, I called Becky and I was like, I'm ready. And I think we both shared some tears and just were just like, I cannot believe I'm at this moment. And it's just been great. It's just been great and unbelievable. It's funny how God does things in his timing. I always think, oh, I should have done this years ago. No, it was his perfect timing to start right when I started. So I'm grateful for that.
How long did it take for you to start seeing changes, and what did you start noticing?
Oh, wow. The first thing I noticed, and Stephan, my husband, was one that noticed the swelling in my legs and feet were gone. I mean, there was times that it was hard for me to even walk. I mean, they were sore to touch. He would always say, babe, elevate your feet, or I mean, there were times I would literally have to leave work to go to the doctor just to say, I can hardly walk. And he was the first to notice, look at your legs and your feet, look at your ankles. That was the biggest change. And I was like, oh my goodness. And I was so accustomed to wearing shoes that were tight because that was just kind of the way of life for me. It had become my norm. I put on some shoes and they started flipping off my feet. I was like, oh my gosh, this is working. The second biggest thing that I noticed was I was sleepy. Mm-hmm. That was massive for me. And I went to see my psychiatrist in April, and she said, I noticed that you have not needed a prescription or refilled a prescription for Ambien. And I was like, I don't need it. And she was like, what do you mean? What are you doing? You don't sleep. And I told her what I was doing. So I'm doing some good health products, some plant-based supplements. And I have not slept this good in a very long time. And my husband will tell you about my deep sleep because he always says, oh, you're really sleeping good. Look at him. And I'm gonna so yeah, he jokes. It's like, oh, you're sleeping now. She was just super excited. And she said to me, she says, I've been telling you for 2 years, that's my client, about the importance of gut health. It is your second brain. 90% of disease occurs in your gut. And this is why you are now sleeping. And so she wanted me to tell her all about the products, and I did. And she says, do not stop what you are doing. Keep going at it. And so, I just want everyone to know on this call, I'm very open and honest because I love the product so much that I am not afraid to share my testimony. I take medicine for depression and anxiety. And now I actually have an appointment with her Friday. And because I've been doing so well on Plexus, we're going to start weaning myself lower and lower doses. She says she thinks I'm ready for that. So that's the second biggest thing. The third biggest thing, and here I go with being very transparent because I want to help and share what God has done for me in finding this product in Becky and Russ. I had major digestive issues. I did not go to the bathroom regularly. I mean, I was going to the bathroom maybe once every 3 to 4 days. That is very toxic to your system. And doing the products, that was something I immediately noticed. I was like, oh, this is what normal people do. Normal people go to the bathroom after they eat something, because that wasn't what I was doing. So that has been phenomenal for me.
Which I love. Your story makes me thrilled, especially as like a former therapist, to know how on board your psychiatrist is amazing.
Yeah.
So I want to know, and I have an idea, but I want you to share with everyone, how long did it take and what made you decide to go, okay, I think I'm going to use Plexus as a means of supplemental income?
Oh, wow. I started sharing as just an accountability for myself, for the weight loss, for just wanting to feel better and not fatigued all the time, because being in ministry, we work 7 days a week, 24/7, 365, as we say, 389 days a year. There's only 365 in a year. I I started sharing and people started inquiring. And, my intent was not really the business. I call myself the accidental entrepreneur, but God saw something totally different. And people were like, what are you doing? I need this, because I just started being very open and honest with people. And I will be, this is funny. I remember when I started signing people up, and Becky was coaching and being so supportive as she is. I got a check in my account and I text Becky and I said, is this right? I think they made a mistake. I was like, is this real? And I was like, all I did was just help someone and share what I was doing and talk to them over the phone and say, hey, yeah, I suffered from fibroids and endometriosis too. Or, they're like, oh my gosh, you understand. And so it just kind of turned into this newfound ministry and passion for me that, I really see something special here because I'm a living witness to be able to glorify God in what this has done, for me personally.
And so how did some of those early...
I feel the same way, Bob. I feel the same way. Now listen, I know the kids all heading towards your way right now, right? Yeah, I know the bond.
I think, okay.
Like,
talking about it.
Okay, how did some of those early paychecks impact your thoughts around the business?
Oh my gosh, having extra to be able to, we have a son in college as a junior, and thankful that he's on a scholarship and it covers all his school expenses. Thank God for that, but he still has needs and wants. I mean, there's groceries, and forgive me, that's our dog in the background. He has needs and he has wants and things come up. I had, medical bill that, was unexpected of a $1,300 copay. So it just made sense. It was like, okay, and I was ignorant to residual income and disposable income. And the more I start to educate myself and dig deep into the company and listen in on all the trainings and the phenomenal workshops, it just made sense. And I thought, this is something that we can build together as a team, something that we can do as a couple, something we can do to help others, and it just felt right. And I might be jumping ahead a little bit, but just both working, full time in ministry, having full-time jobs and then doing ministry full-time. It was just something that we had been praying for, that goodness, Lord, just, we want to serve you full-time and not have the other distractions with work, and because we both have very demanding jobs, and it just was the perfect alignment.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, actually, that's a great segue for me because I was like, sorry, Stephan, I actually wanted to ask you a couple of questions. In that vein, because you're a bivocational pastor, which thank you for being on this call tonight. I can only imagine the exhaustion that you have throughout the week. But with that said, what kind of stress do you kind of deal with on a weekly basis, physically and emotionally, as a bivocational pastor?
It's been ongoing.
Yeah.
Nonstop. Just one thing after the other. One thing on your job, one thing at the church.
Yeah.
One family issue, the next family issue, death. It's, just goes on and on. And so, yeah.
And so I imagine with that stress,
yeah.
And on top of that, seeing your wife maybe struggle from a health perspective. So with some of the things that she mentioned that she saw the swelling in her ankles and feet go down, did you see any other factors, any other benefits when she started the products?
She talked about sleeping, but she don't sleep as long anymore. She can sleep on a Saturday, long hours, getting up at 12 noon. 1.
And that was the part of the depression.
Yeah.
Now she's up at regular 8, 8:30.
Ready to rock and roll.
Yeah.
And so now you're on the products too now, right?
Yes.
What made you decide to get on them? Same. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to drink. You need to drink a shake. You need to do this. You need to do that, and it just becomes regular.
Yeah.
Getting it done.
Yeah.
I can't think of families that need physical health more than coming from a pastor's family, having grown up in a pastor's family, and just knowing the stress of the job. High calling, but I can't think of a better gift to give a ministry family than the gift of physical and emotional health.
Yes.
Physical and mental health. I want to know, how are you guys praying that Plexus can help you dream about your future?
Wow. I think the biggest thing, and I think Stephan would agree, and he can attest to this, it's helped us realize that it's possible. Oh, I'm so sorry. He wants something. You want to get whatever he needs. I'm sorry. His ball went under something, so he's acting out. But I think what it really did was really bring a prayer into reality. Because we have been praying, in our prayer journal that we keep about different things that we're praying for and unity about. And really seeing other couples like yourself and seeing, the longevity of it, people doing this 7, 8, 9 years, it was like, oh my goodness, this could be a true possibility. And working in ministry, and seeing other ministry couples have the same stressors or same health issues or, those types of things. It was like, what, we need to be sharing this because, this has helped us be able to focus more, to have, that good energy, that this is something that will be helpful for other people in ministry, as they work 24/7, 365, as well. So.
Yeah, and I think the opportunity that Plexus is offering right now, where it's fairly easy for people to make $500 to $1,000 just part-time from their phone. I was looking at a statistic tonight right before our call, and it said that 55% of Americans currently want a change in their job.
Yes.
And it also said that only about 16% of jobs currently offered in the job market are jobs where you can work remotely, where you can work from home or work from the phone. And so I think it's a hard thing to talk about. It's been such a stressful 2 years, but I think because it's been a stressful 2 years, it's so important to talk about ways that you can bring extra income into your family and do it by blessing other people.
Yes, absolutely. And I think that's been something that has been very convenient for our busy schedules. That's one of the beauties of Plexus, is that you can do it anywhere. I mean, from the car, from on my lunch break to, walking through the store or whatever it is, I can ask a question. I can, send a video. I can, hey, tag someone something that I saw. That's the beauty of it. It's the flexibility, and, it's been kind of very exciting for us to be able to say we're business owners. We never thought, we had always talked about owning a business and didn't know what that looks like, but we prayed about it. And so now it's like, wow, we're business owners. This is something that we can shape into our very own, and Plexus allows you to do that. So.
Well, even before you guys came into this business, we were praying for couples like you. And I just want to speak that over you guys. We were praying for people who needed a change, people who spent a long time like loving others and putting others first and serving people, and people who were just long overdue on a very specific blessing. Really, we'd been asking the Lord, please bring some couples who need this. And so what would you guys say? And then we can close after this, but what would you say to anyone who's maybe afraid to dream about having their own business or afraid about starting a new venture, or maybe afraid about, I can't share about health, I'm not healthy, I don't know what to say about these products, how would you encourage someone like that?
You know, for one, have faith. I really believe that God sent this our way because he heard our cry. Because we've been on our knees about about financial freedom and freedom of time. You know, I would say, you know, be fearless, you know, especially if you have any doubt, you know, go for it. I am someone that never, ever thought I would be doing network marketing. I always thought, oh no, not me. I'm not you know, who's sell? No, I've never in a million years, but God saw different. And so he's equipped me with this community of people that are rooting for me, telling me to keep going, keep pushing, because I'm so adamant about it, because the product is life-changing. And I'm not just saying that because I want, you know, just so people can buy a product. No, it is life-changing. And the reality is that I'm not getting any younger, and I've shared this with Becky, I've shared this with my husband, that I want to spend the next 46 years, God willing, being healthy and being focused, serving him, you know. And we have seen, you know, and maybe that's, you know, God's grace and mercy of showing us, you know, especially being in ministry and always doing funerals. My poor husband has done so many funerals, you know, this year, of things that I know could have possibly been prevented because of health or, you know, or whatever. But I will tell everyone on this call to don't be afraid. If you don't know, you will learn. There's support systems. There's so many wonderful tools. Plexus doesn't leave you without anything. There's a question, there's an answer. And it's been fun learning more and educating myself and my family and my friends about the importance of gut health. And it works, and it's real. And it's been a blessing for us. My son's car radiator or something went out in his car last week, and it was like, you know, oh, it went out. Oh, got a Plexus check. You know, get that fixed, you know, and not have to go, oh gosh, let me rob Peter to pay Paul, right? You know, to take care of it. So it's just been those types of things that God has just given provision on, for me to even be bolder in him and going for it. And, you know, and I will tell you that I had forgot how to dream, you know, because, you know, we teach you in ministry, we're so engrossed in everybody else, you know, that we forget about our hopes and our dreams too. So it was nice to be able to have this, to say, I can dream again, you know, so.
Yes. I know how much Louis loves Plexus as well, because he always makes himself known.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me just say this then to anyone watching. The Berries are incredible team leaders, partly because they're natural leaders anyway, but specifically because you're fairly new on this journey. Like, this isn't, I hear a lot of people sometimes say, oh, you must have got in at the right time. And I want to be really clear. The right time is right now, if you're ready. And we're seeing people, LaTonya knows this too, we're seeing people join Plexus, and because of the health pandemic going on, because people are dissatisfied with their current situation and they're motivated to build a business that they can work as fast or as slow as they want, as little or as much as they want, and they can set their own pace and kind of set their own paycheck. But it's really simple right now just to earn $400 just by enrolling 3 accountability partners. So if that's something that sounds interesting to you, let us know in the chat so that LaTonya and Stephan can talk with you and make a plan. Just know too that part of what we do as a team, as a husband and wife team to other husbands and wives, or women to women, or man to man, is help you grow a business. We don't just throw you to the wolves. It's our goal to help people come and create a legacy plan for their family. And I would say too that the wonderful thing about Plexus is you've got this for good. Like, this is our long-term plan. Right. We can build it for as long as we want. It's not something that somebody can take away from us. And the same for you guys. You're building something. Okay, so Cedric's interested for sure. So
awesome.
Anybody else, if you're interested, let us know in the chat, or you can text the Berries personally as well. I just want to say thank you to y'all.
Yes. Thank you. And Becky, do you mind if I say one thing?
Please.
One last thing about that? Don't do what I did. Capture your 3 accountability partners now, because for one thing, it helps you maneuver the products even better.
Yes.
It builds belief, but don't wait to say, I have to see if this works first. Right. You are doing a disservice to yourself by not being faithful in that and having faith in that belief. Just grab on to 3 people that you know could benefit from this, not only health-wise, but financially, and go for it. Go for it. You know, don't fret. My husband and I are living witnesses that go for it. Yeah. So.
100%. Well, we love you, and we are grateful for y'all. We're grateful that God brought you into our lives to work with and to grow with. And thank you. And we will share this recording later on. So thanks to everyone who joined us for tonight. Right. Y'all have a great night. God bless.
Y'all have a good night. Be blessed.
Thank you.
Thank you all.